G'day everyone and welcome to another HXP show special. I'm Lucas and that is Michael. I was going to call you Snoogs then. That's a bloody that's a hard habit to break there. Yeah, that's right. Yep. But anyway, today our special is a cut or keep. We've got 10 movies of the horror genre. We have to cut 5 of them and keep 5 of them. But the thing is, we need to agree on which ones to cut and keep, which sometimes could be very problematic and argumentative, and we'll have to sell our side of the story as to why we need to cut or keep a particular movie. So let's have a look at what the movies are.
Let's check out our list.
Species, Mimic, Event Horizon, Arachnophobia, Tremors, The Matrix, Total Recall, Scream, In the Mouth of Madness, The Sixth Sense. Is The Matrix a horror film?
This is sci-fi horror, isn't it? We've got sci-fi / horror.
Okay, sorry, it is sci-fi and horror. I was going to say, because when I was reading through them, I'm like, it's not a horror movie, but we're doing sci-fi or horror.
We've got a mix here.
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes more sense.
So there's a couple that are definite horror, a couple that are definite sci-fi, and a very difficult list having a look at this right now. This is going to be hard to cut down to 5.
Okay, well, there's an easy one straight off the bat for me.
Yeah, what is that?
To cut, and that's Mimic.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like Mimic?
No, I don't not like Mimic. I just like the rest better. I feel like Species is going to get my vote because Natasha Henstridge wearing not much.
That was going to be the one I'd say to cut first.
Species.
Yeah.
I feel like, the only reason I'm going to argue that one is because of Natasha Henstridge.
There's at least 2 very good reasons to keep that movie. But I think looking at the list, and thinking about that movie as a whole, that's a whole with a W. That is, that's not up to the level of the others.
Species.
So, Species, I think that's going to be the first cut.
I'm not going to argue that one either.
Okay.
All right, Species is gone. I'm still saying get rid of Mimic as well. I think that's just an easy choice compared to the others.
I really like Mimic.
Yeah, well, funny shoes, Mr. Funny Shoes.
Funny shoes.
Yeah,
that's all I remember for that movie.
I thought the creature design was kind of cool, but the idea of these bugs evolving to mimic their predator, and the little things that come together to make the human face. I thought that was a really cool creature design, but considering the strength of the list, I will agree with you, and we can cut Mimic.
Mimic, bye-bye, dude. All right, what do you want to cut next?
There's a couple here that I think are definite keeps, so let's kind of get that out of the way. I think The Sixth Sense has definitely got to stay.
Yes.
The Matrix has definitely got to stay.
No.
Okay, we're going to come back to that one. In the Mouth of Madness, for me, has definitely got to stay. And you're probably on the fence for that one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Total Recall is a must for me.
Total Recall, yeah, absolutely. Cut Arachnophobia?
Yeah. Look, I liked Arachnophobia. Horrible movie for obvious reasons, being all about spiders. And correct me if I'm wrong, did they use huntsmans in that movie?
Yeah, I think so. As the spawn of the Amazon freak spider that made its way over and mated with a...
I hated as a kid because we have huntsmans.
I hate them as adults.
Huh?
Forget as a kid, I hate them as adults.
Well, no, but back then when I watched it, huntsmans are everywhere in Australia, and they're not deadly. They're not dangerous at all. But that doesn't fucking matter. They're spiders, and they're horrible. The fact that they were in that movie, or at least looked like what we have,
smaller than the ones we have here. I think
horrendous. So I don't feel bad getting rid of Arachnophobia.
How good was John Candy in Arachnophobia though? Was the bug, the pest guy?
Oh yeah. The so good. Exterminator.
Yeah. There's certain things from that movie that still haunt me to this day. I always check inside my shoes Because you know when that spider crawled in his slipper?
Yeah.
Anything I'm putting on my head, because there was the one that crawled in that kid's helmet in the football game. Like stuff like that, I just think about probably way too much for a 40-year-old man. But I guess, like you said, in Australia, it's probably better to be safe than sorry, because there's a good chance one of them could be in there.
Well, yeah, but look, there is a little bit of solace there that the majority of our spiders, or the most likely spiders that you're going to encounter, aren't even deadly, aren't even really poisonous.
Yeah, it'll be like the redbacks in the shoe and stuff that I'm not checking for huntsmen's in particular, because I know they'll be up on your wall. You're
probably not going to find a redback in your shoe that you use every day. Redbacks generally nest. Whereas,
and you see the messy kind of webs, and you generally know there's going to be one there.
Somewhere where people don't normally go, which is why I'm saying you don't run into them very often, because they don't tend to encroach on places that are frequented by people or moved often, which is probably why they're not so bad. Yeah, they're deadly. They'll fucking kill you. You know, my old man actually got bitten on the finger by a redback spider. It was on one of the garage doors in our yard.
Oh, yeah.
But because my dad, this was back in the day, was a Boilermaker, his hands were so calloused.
I was about to say, the fangs didn't even penetrate the skin.
The fangs didn't penetrate the dead skin on the outside of his fingers. So nothing happened. So
my delicate office hands, they'd cut straight through.
Oh, we're fucked. The most that this thing sees is a pencil or a controller, like video game.
Oh, there's one other thing I'm sure it sees a lot.
Oh, yeah. There's probably more calluses on that.
So what you're saying is, if you're going to get bitten by a spider, you want it to be on the dick.
Yeah. All right,
let's cut arachnophobia.
All right, we're getting hard now. You're getting hard. All this talk about dick. I think that out of that list, I know the next two. I know the next two that need to go.
Yeah, what's your next two that need to go? Let me guess your next two. You're going to say Event Horizon and The Matrix.
Incorrect.
Okay, you're going to say The Matrix.
That part's true. In the Mouth of Madness, no. In the Mouth of Madness doesn't need to go.
What are you going to cut then? What's the other one?
Scream.
Really?
Yeah, it's a classic. I get that. It's a classic. And I love it. I think it's a great movie. I would just prefer the others. I think the others are better.
Okay. First, let's come back to The Matrix. We can't cut The Matrix. The Matrix, especially the original, is one of the best sci-fi films of the last couple of decades, if not all time.
It's one. I don't understand its popularity.
What do you mean by inaccessible?
Well, actually, the first one, yes. But 2 and 3, what are those movies about? Couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, but we're not arguing 2 and 3. This is The Matrix. We're not looking at a franchise as a whole.
I know, but
like number one. Yeah, like I said, I think that's one of the best sci-fi films of at least the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Just that end scene when, you've got the amazing fight choreography. You've got the awesome concept of the human machine war and humanity, blotting out the sun, and then the machines taking the humans and using them as batteries and trying to free themselves from it. You've got the cool color grading between, the Matrix thing with the green tint and the blue tints in the real world. So you got that nice visual contrast there. It's there's so many amazing things about that film. And like I said, just that last scene as well with he's fighting the agents and he runs around the corner and he gets shot point blank, and you see Morpheus and Lawrence Fishburne and that not believing that he's dead because they generally believed he was the one, and Trinity whispering in his ear that he can't be dead because the Oracle told her that she's going to fall in love with the one. So he has to be the one because, you know, she's fallen in love with him, obviously. And then that him coming back from there and, you know, that the rising score and then the fight and he's, you know, realizing the power he has and stopping the bullets and it's
let's
just
not
this
forget,
epic.
his name's Neo.
Yeah. The one, Neo.
Anagram for the one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it must be him. Oh, well, if you're not gonna,
I feel very strongly about keeping the Matrix.
well, if you're gonna keep the Matrix,
Very strongly.
then you're gonna have to give up in the Mouth of Madness. Look at this guy. Wants his cake and to eat it too.
Okay, but if we give up in the Mouth of Madness,
Yeah.
you'll keep Event Horizon.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I prefer in the
Horizon's
Mouth of Madness
better than-
over Event Horizon.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. John Carpenter, for one. I mean, they both got Sam Neill, so I could probably cut one of them because they're both Sam Neill films. But John Carpenter over, was it Paul W.S. Anderson or whoever it was?
Makes you going to be surprised that I don't know who that is. I don't watch movies based on directors generally. I watch it and like
Well,
it. It's good. I don't know who.
Yeah,
directed
I'm
it.
the same, but there's the director's style and stuff that is generally goes
Yeah,
a long
But
way towards me liking that movie or not.
Event Horizon is a better movie than In the Mouth of Madness. All right, where were we?
So we were compromising.
Okay, so we're back
So
to this.
if-
There was a little bit of a what do you call it? Interruption there. But I'm pretty sure we were discussing that
Slight
we're going to get rid
intermission.
of the Matrix, right?
No, no.
No?
So what we're gonna get rid of In the Mouth of Madness, unfortunately.
Right. Okay, that was the compromise.
So you're gonna compromise and give me the Matrix,
Yes.
and I'm gonna compromise and let you cut In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair's fair. Now we want one more. I think I know what you're.
I think I know. Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna pick?
Tremors.
Yeah. I hate to say it.
Nah.
I hate to say it, but I
Nah.
think Tremors.
Nah. You're not going to do me with Tremors. Nah. Tremors was so fucking good, man. Like that movie. Like I know a little bit about its like making and stuff and how much they struggled to get that movie made, and I reckon it turned out so bloody good. You know, it's that.
Oh, it's
good
brilliant.
that even the shitty sequels, I still like them a little bit. But
Tremors is amazing. The creature design's really good. The graboids, T.M. Walter Chang. But yeah, I look at the others and like I said, Matrix. You got one of the best sci-fi films of the last few decades. You got The Sixth Sense, which we both completely appreciate. I don't think I need to go on about how good that is.
No.
Total Recall, one of Arnie's best.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Scream, I look at it, it rejuvenated that slasher franchise because that went a bit stale for a while there, and Wes Craven coming in and bringing the teenage slasher thing back, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's like it's iconic, even though
Had they
there's
done the two killers before? Was that like a new thing then?
no, I'm sure they
I'm sure it was done, but
done it before.
I don't feel like it was a big thing, and it was a bit of a twist at the
But
end there.
what I liked with Scream as well, it's like there's no supernatural elements or anything like that.
You dipshit, get up! I can't, Billy. Oh, you cut me too deep. I think I'm dying here, man.
You know, it was just the psychotic kids. And I kind of liked how self-aware it was in a way, like a bit meta. When you have like someone like Randy who talks about the rules of
Yeah,
horror movies, you know, it becomes meta in that way.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
They're living a horror movie, so he's using his knowledge of horror films and what came before to kind of give the audience the rules of what's going to happen, and then they dived into that further with later sequels, and even the new ones. I think it's 6 or whatever, 5 and 6, when they talk about the requels and how the rules have changed, and so it's always had that little bit of self-awareness. But like, I love Event Horizon as well. I'm thinking out of what's here, the only other one I could consider cutting would be Event Horizon. But I love Event Horizon.
Yeah, see, I would cut Scream because in
the problem is cutting either Scream or Event Horizon. Our sci-fi horror list is getting very sci-fi heavy. Do you consider Tremors a horror or sci-fi? What do you class it as?
Well, I'm probably more horror than sci-fi because there's nothing. The only thing sci-fi about it is the fact that it's a unbelievable monster. But I loved the scenes. I love the simplicity, and I love a horror film that is brave enough to do daytime scenes that are scary.
Yeah,
like where they're out and they're hiding on the rock.
Yeah,
and this is another part of the movie that really, really dialed into my interests. If you have a movie that is single scene, or at least has a portion that is single scene, so whether it be like a movie like Phone Booth. Because they were stuck in like
the wall or buried, or
the wall buried. There's also
Castaway, even for a large portion of it, I guess.
Castaway, similar sort of story, or Saw, even they're contained, all that sort of stuff. Like I love a movie like that, and Tremors has a scene that goes on for a while where they run it. They're in the middle of the day. They're in the middle of like the sort of outbacky sort
desert.
Of bush, desert. I meant to say outbacky desert, and they realise that the graboid can't penetrate or can't get them when they're on hard rock. So they end up going up onto the rock, and they're stuck there, and they've got to think of ways to get off.
But it's a very cool concept for the creature as well. Like, taking this, it almost in a way like they made the outback and the sand
like the sea,
water. Yeah, like the sea, and it's like a crocodile or a shark or something.
Yeah,
and the rocks in that particular scene are like the little island safety.
Yeah,
and they've got to work out that way to cross it without getting eaten. But I loved the bit when the farmer and the thing's eating all the sheep or whatever it is, and then they go back and they end up finding the car buried under the.
Oh,
they realize there's something there, and they're brushing the sand away, and it's the headlight and stuff of the car.
Comes through, yeah.
And the guy that had climbed up the tower, and they're like, why was he up there he just sat up there till he died.
Yeah.
Of starvation and dehydration. They're like, he would have been up there for like 4 days. And it's because that thing was just wouldn't leave. It was just down there and knew he was there. Yeah.
So Tremors is just too good, I reckon. I'm still fighting for Tremors over Scream. I reckon Scream should be the one that gets the last cross.
I can't bring myself to do it.
All right, if we're compromising, it's Event Horizon.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look at Sixth Sense down there going.
Yeah, never a question with the Sixth Sense. Event Horizon had great atmosphere though. We can cut it, but I know it's probably a bit of a dude bro horror movie, but I've got a soft spot for it. I really like it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's cut Event Horizon.
And
then I think we've got a list that we're both happy with there, right? Before we lock it in, we're happy with these 5?
No.
What do you mean no?
Because I still would 100% get rid of the Matrix and keep Event Horizon. But that's fine. I think I care more about completing this than fighting for Event Horizon. I don't care that much about Event Horizon. I care that much about Tremors, though.
I can tell you're very passionate about Tremors.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock that in. That's our 5 sci-fi horror films.
All right, so our 5 movies that we're keeping is Tremors, The Matrix, Total Recall, Scream, and The Sixth Sense. What did you think? Make sure you put your comments in the comment section down below and tell us what would you have picked, what would you have cut, which would you have kept, and what do you think of our choices? Because
yes, please also tell us how wrong Luke is about The Matrix. Back me up here, somebody.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that The Matrix is shit. I think The Matrix sequels are garbage, and just lost their way and got a little bit too convoluted, I think is probably the best way to describe it. But I enjoyed The Matrix. I thought The Matrix was good. I just liked the other movies better. You can fucking tell me how wrong I am. I don't care.
Do it. That was hard though. That was a really hard list because the same thing, same as the 90s comedies we've done, which you haven't seen that movie. Also, that special that we did. Also check that out. But yeah, I feel like any other day we could probably come up with a different list of 5 to keep there. So yeah, like Luke said, put yours in the comments because I'd love to see how many different variations of the list of 5 we end up with.
We get to see all the different crazy choices, but I suppose that all 10 are good. You know. All right, well, thank you very much for checking out the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and all that sort of fancy stuff. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.